Hello and welcome to the Warhammer Meta Chasers. My name is Paul, your host. I'm joined by Dustin Henshaw.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Thursday.
Oh, I can't. This is amazing. I've been out last, what was it, 2 weeks?
It was 2 weeks, Paul. We missed you. Everybody missed you.
Well, thank you for that. My score certainly missed me as well.
Your score missed you.
We do this show live and each every Thursday. If you're listening to us after the fact in the podcast, aggregators know you can come and be part of the awesome chat that we have rocking, hanging out with us on this Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It is great to see y'all, Neuro, Matt, Armin, Steve, Dorian, and I'm sure some other folks are going to be joining in pretty soon. Thanks a lot for joining us here in the chat. It is absolutely awesome to be talking about Warhammer again, and we have two great events to cover. Belgium Grand Tournament and the Pantheon Grand Tournament. Before we get into that, let's say, check our games live at the Michigan Grand Tournament, which we think is a doubles event, and that is always a cool kind of way to interact with Warhammer.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. I like to see how the double. I haven't seen a doubles event actually be streamed before, to be honest. So that's actually a new concept. I wanna see it because there's different ways to do doubles, and they're always fun. Team events in general are fun. Doubles is a different kind of fun.
We are big fans of team events, and we're not covering one in this particular broadcast, but we certainly covered them over the course of our broadcasts. And it is some of the best ways to interact and play Warhammer 40,000. Like if you have not come out and joined in at a tournament before, a team event's I don't say it's a way to ease into it. If you're there, you can share the wins and the losses with somebody. You already kind of got like a built-in folks to hang out with if you don't happen to know anybody yet.
It's true. You do meet a lot of great people that way, and I've never seen people happier to win the Wooden Spoon Award than team tournaments.
Yes, absolutely. KR Joel, Big Papa, Caffeinated Grimaldus. I miss you, buddy. Great to see y'all. Like I mentioned, we do this live each and every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's get into it here. The Belgium Grand Tournament, a 78-player, 5-round event. What are we going to see there?
We are going to be seeing in the Imperial Super 2 Sisters of Battle, 4 Custodes, 1 Admech, 2 Astra Militarum, 5 Grey Knights, and 4 Imperial Knights. Space Marines, there's 10 Adeptus Astartes, 2 Dark Angels, 2 Blood Angels, 1 Death Watch, 1 Black Templar, and 1 Iron Hands. Chaos is 4 Chaos Space Marines, 4 T-Suns, 3 Death Guard, 2 World Eaters, 1 Demon, and 2 Chaos Knights. Xenos, there's 3 Necrons, 2 Orcs, 2 Tau, 3 Votan. Hive Mind, there is 10 Tyranids and no Gene Stealer cults. And then
I read ahead just a little bit. I saw that tinge about like, holy moly!
Yeah, they just completely they ate all the cheese cults open for this event. It looks like, but it means the faction podium is going to be Adeptus Astartes and Tyranids tied in first with 10, and then Eldari in second with 7, and Grey Knights in third with 5.
That's pretty interesting. With it, let's go from the bottom up. The Grey Knights, 5
Yes.
Grey Knights. What's up with that?
Honestly, I don't know, because Grey Knights do have play, don't get me wrong, but having that big a representation at an event this large is surprising. They're almost at the same number as like Eldari too, and that's crazy. They outnumber all the Xenos. It is, again, it's one of those factions now, especially now that you're seeing a lot of Terminator bricks and Paladin bricks make up those lists. It's a lower model count, so it's really easy to get battle ready if you want to just kind of pick them up and try them. In terms of why they're being now, I don't know if there's a real reason for it.
I mean, let's think about this though. From a stat wise, Terminators are good.
Yep.
Good. Land Raiders are good.
Yeah.
They've got access to that kind of stuff. Having small marine footprints seems to be pretty good, depending on what the terrain and stuff is. And then you throw in, you sprinkle on, they get to teleport, bounce on and off the tabletop. Is there some secret sauce there?
It's a very tactical and technical army, which is weird for Grey Knights because it hasn't been as technical as much. It's been a lot of MSU strike squads for the last not strike squads, interceptor squads. You know what I'm talking about. But now we're talking the jank that they can pull. If you move within 9 inches, they can pull them off. They can pull another one off, and they're deep striking all over the place. It's a very elite army that is just can be wherever it needs to be, and you need to play carefully into it. I feel like if you know how to play into the Grey Knights, it takes away some of their jank because you can't move 2 of them off unless you move within 9 inches of one of them. You have to say just outside of that 9 inches so you can still shoot them. Careful with charges because they might just pull off when you try to set up a charge. It's an army that you have to know how to play into, and you have to play correctly. If you make a mistake, you're in trouble.
Okay, yeah, I think maybe that's what these are trying to play into, or they just want to play Grey Knights. Maybe we're reading too
Hey,
much into it. I don't
and
think so,
that's
though. I think
we
there's some
might be reading too much
tricks.
into it.
And I just said that Land Raiders are good, and I actually really believe that. I think that we're going to see like it's a viable transport option.
Absolutely. With the Land Raiders have been showing up more and more, but a lot with Space Marine lists, and we're seeing the Redeemer more than anything from what I've seen. Correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah,
though. Those Flamers
uh,
are they're nasty.
decent range, do some damage,
hmm
don't have to roll.
And auto
Takes away
hitting.
one of the. So we're your first time joining us here. We know the players, or they are top rank in their region, or they've just got a cool list we want to highlight. And the first one we're going to be highlighting here is Bart Westeels playing some Necrons. Which Necrons seem to like they haven't been able to crest over to that top spot yet, but always a contender.
They're always something you have to be ready for. Like you have to be ready to fight 20 to 40 warrior bricks. You have to be ready to fight 10 to 20 Lich Guard. That's the only thing in Necrons you have to be ready for. Like you can be ready for it %, but usually you just ignore those because they are a pain to kill. Putting the amount of effort into those to kill those things, it's like forget it. Go ahead, teleport around. I'll deal with you later. But this was an interesting one. That's why I wanted to pull this one out.
Yeah, we got 2 Hexmark destroyers, 1 Overlord, a Techno